Level 1, the fish. You just got off the bus. You're wearing county blues that don't fit. You walk onto the tier, and every eye is on you. You are fresh meat. Within an hour, someone approaches. They ask where you're from. They ask what you're in for. These aren't friendly questions. They're vetting you. If you're a chomo or a snitch, you're getting slashed before lights out. But let's say you pass. Now comes the test. A guy bumps you in the chow line. He steps on your shoe. He's waiting to see if you swing. If you back down, you're prey for your entire sentence. If you fight, you earn respect, but you also earn enemies. You're not in the gang yet. You're just a nobody trying not to become a victim. You sleep with one eye open. You don't eat all your food because you need to stay alert. Every shower is a potential ambush. Every phone call is monitored by 20 guys sizing you up. Level 2, the prospect. You threw hands. You didn't win, but you didn't fold. Now a shot caller from one of the gangs notices you. He offers protection, but nothing is free. You become a prospect. You are the lowest soldier. You carry contraband. A guard shakes down a cell. They find the shank or the balloon of black tar. That's on you. You take the write-up. You take the 30 days in the hole. The gang owes you nothing yet. You mule drugs from the visiting room. You hide them in ways that make you want to die. If you get caught, the gang doesn't claim you. You are expendable. Your job is also to be the lookout. You watch for COS during dice games. You signal when the lieutenant is moving weight. How do you advance? You prove loyalty. When the shot caller says a guy on B block owes money and needs a reminder, you deliver that reminder with a sock full of batteries. You don't ask questions. You just move. Level 3, the soldier. You've been down 3 years. You've done your dirt. You've been to the SHU twice and never snitched. Now you're official. You are a made member. You get a cut of the action now. If the gang runs a store, you get points. If they tax the independents selling weed on the yard, you get a slice. But here's the cost. You are now a target. Rival gangs know your face. The guards know your jacket. When something pops off, you are expected to ride. If your homeboy gets jumped by the Woods or the Southerners, you grab your shank and you go. No hesitation. Refusing means you're soft. Soft means you're out. And in prison, getting out of a gang doesn't mean you walk away. It means they walk you off the yard in a body bag. You run small operations now. Maybe you control the commissary hustle in your pod. Guys who can't afford soap or stamps come to you. You loan it to them at triple interest. Miss a payment and they're working off the debt by carrying your packages. Level 4, the enforcer. Some guys hustle. You hurt people. When someone needs to be touched, they send you. You've put in so much work that even your own guys are nervous around you. You have a reputation. That reputation keeps order. A new fish thinks about not paying his debt. Someone whispers your name and suddenly he finds the money. You are the collection agency. You are the example maker. When a civilian inmate thinks he can deal on the yard without paying the tax, you make sure he understands the rules. But this role is a trap. You are the gang's weapon. You don't get to say no. When the shot caller points at someone and says that guy disrespected us, you have to move. You're constantly one cell search away from catching a murder charge. And the gang? If you go down, they'll replace you by Thursday. The COS know what you do. They move you to different blocks to disrupt operations, but everywhere you go, your reputation follows. Level 5, the lieutenant. You've been locked up for a decade. You've survived 2 race riots and a gang war. Now you're management. You run a cell block for the gang. You have 5 soldiers under you. Your job is to make sure the block generates income. You oversee the store, the drug trade, the protection rackets. When a civilian inmate wants to buy a phone or a package of coffee, he comes to you. You set the prices. You collect the debts. But you're middle management. You kick up to the shot caller. If your block doesn't produce, you get demoted. If you skim off the top, you get stabbed. You also handle discipline within the gang. If one of your soldiers is using the product instead of selling it, you deal with it. You are judge and jury. You sit in on meetings with other lieutenants. You divide territory. You negotiate truces. You plan operations. But you're also the buffer. When the shot caller makes a decision, you're the one who has to explain it to soldiers who might not like it. You have to be diplomatic and dangerous at the same time. Level 6. The Yard Boss. You control the yard. During rec time, you decide who sits where. You decide which gangs get which tables. You mediate beefs before they turn into bloodbaths. If the Aryans have a problem with the Crips, you sit down with their shot callers and negotiate. Your power comes from respect and fear in equal measure. You've been down so long that half the guards started working here after you arrived. You know every hustle, every tunnel, every blind spot in the security cameras. You run gambling operations during the Super Bowl. You control which gangs get access to the good work details. Kitchen duty means access to food. Laundry means access to civilian clothes. You decide who eats and who starves. But you're walking a tightrope. The guards watch you. The warden knows your name. The feds are building a RICO case. One wrong move and you're in the Supermax, 23 hours a day in a concrete box. You can't show weakness. One slip and a hungry lieutenant will try to take your spot. Level 7. The Shot Caller. You are the king. You've been down 20 years. You run the entire gang inside these walls. Every soldier, every lieutenant, every dollar flows through you. You never touch the drugs. You never hold the shank. You whisper an order and 3 tiers away, someone gets handled. You communicate with the street. Your orders go out through coded letters and visits. You coordinate with the gang's leadership on the outside. When someone on the street needs to be reached, you make the call. You decide who gets jumped in. You decide who gets green-lighted. You control everything from your cell. You have a TV. You have a tablet someone smuggled in. You eat food from the guards who you've corrupted. But you are trapped. There is no retirement. You can't step down. The young guys are hungry. They're watching for weakness. If you get sick, if you get old, if you hesitate even once, they'll move on you. The only way out is death, parole, or transfer to a Supermax where you'll die alone in administrative segregation. This is the throne you fought for. This is the cage you built. You won. But what did you win? A kingdom made of concrete and razor wire. A crown that weighs like a death sentence. This is the life you chose.